Hello Tokusatsu community and welcome back to Toku Topics 2023. I can't believe we are in 2023. That's absolutely crazy because it's not 2023 yet. At the time of me recording this video, it is Friday, December 30th. So, but at the time you're seeing this, it's 2023. So basically here today, I just kind of wanted to give a sort of state of the channel, kind of an update video. I do this every once in a while, and I figured as the first video of the year, because I'm kind of implementing some new changes going forward with the channel, starting with this month, I figured now is a good time to go ahead and talk about stuff here. So 2022 was a very successful year of Toku Topics here on YouTube, the best year that I've ever had so far. We hit 10,000 subscribers in August of 2022, and then we hit 12,000 subscribers on Friday the 30th, the day that I'm recording this. So that's, I can't even believe it. Like, just huge thanks to every single one of you who clicks on the videos, who comments, who shares the videos around, who enjoy the videos and are here to watch the content that I produce. It literally means the world to me. I love being able to do this and talk to you guys. It's just been such a positive experience on my life, and I am going to continue to do it for the foreseeable future. There's definitely going to be some changes this year, though. There's definitely some things I like to implement onto the channel, some new stuff. Some stuff is coming back. Some stuff is not really going away, but maybe it's going to be dialed back a little bit here. And, you know, it's always an environment to grow and learn and change here on the channel, and that's what we're going to do. So basically, I have a couple things I want to announce and talk about, and let's go ahead and dive right into it here, starting with kind of the different series on the channel. So as you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a long period of time, I have my Saturday Lightning Storm episodes. Those are going nowhere. Those are going to continue for as long as the Power Rangers Lightning Collection is a thing, or until whenever Hasbro sends me a cease and desist or whatever. But until that happens, we are going to keep doing Power Rangers Lightning Collection videos every single Saturday here on the channel. They've always been consistently, for the most part, the highest performing video series on the channel in terms of, you know, revenue, in terms of view count, so that's definitely not going to be going away anytime soon, and we're going to keep doing it as much as I can. Series like Toku Toylines are finally going to be making their return. It's a series that I've been trying to get back. It's just, they take a very long time to write the scripts and everything for, and so to actually sit down and make a video on that takes a lot of time. But they've been very successful. The 3 episodes I released so far back in 2021 all still consistently are watched. They are what I like to call evergreen content, which is something I very much like to continue to do a lot more of going forward in 2023. Because evergreen content is just content that it will make the channel grow, will make me better as a content creator, because I have to put more time and effort into the evergreen contents because most of them are scripted videos. Sometimes toy reviews can be evergreen content as well, but basically what that means is just content that will have a relevancy period of longer than like 3 days or a week, which is what most Lightning Storm episodes or most Toku Talks episodes have. They talk about current news, that once people know about the news, they don't really have any kind of incentive to rewatch the video or to put it in a watch later list and watch it like a month from now or whatever it may be. So I want to do more videos like that, like Toku Toylines. That would be that evergreen content. Now, I already announced this on Twitter, but the next episode of Toku Toylines is going to be the Super Mega Force Ranger Keys, the sequel video to my last episode of Toku Toylines, released back in December of 2021, which was Gokaiger Ranger Keys. So that one has already been written. It's like an 8 to 9 page script. I'm working on editing it right now, and it should be out on the channel here pretty soon. So expect that. Now, as for Toku Toylines, it's something that I would maybe like to do monthly or whatever. I'm not going to put like a specific schedule on it, but I do have at least like 6 to 7 more ideas for Toku Toylines videos, and I'm always willing to take suggestions down in the comments below about stuff you guys would like to see on the channel for that series. I really like making it, and we're going to continue to do so, and hopefully a lot more frequently than I did, because I released not a single episode of it in 2022. But speaking of scripted content, more videos like my Lost Zeo Gems Legacy Collection video are going to be coming. Really proud of how that video turned out. I love how the editing turned out in it. I think the script was good. I think the music, I love the music that I used for that one. The comments have been good on it. The view count was good on it. We're going to keep doing videos like that. That's the kind of videos that I really want to make on YouTube. They, like I said, they take a very long time for me to make them. They're going to be relatively few and far between, but I do want to do more content like that. More content that will just keep getting new people to come to the channel, get people to stay on the channel, watch videos, rewatch videos from older stuff like that, and just overall it will just help out the channel to do more involved content like that, because people like that kind of thing, and I love that kind of thing. So we're going to do more of that kind of thing. Series like Toku Talks, of course, are still going to continue. That series is always very strange because sometimes it does very well, sometimes it doesn't do as well. It just kind of depends on what the news topic is, but I like to kind of always use that as kind of a catch-all, just, you know, whenever things get announced or that I want to do a video on, like Keynoger scans or a bunch of toys from Bandai or whatever it may be. Those are fun to do, talk about Comrade suits and all this kind of thing. So I'm going to be doing videos like that still on the channel relatively frequently. There's going to be no schedule to those either, just like there always has been no schedule to them. It's just whenever there's something relevant enough to do a video on, I'm going to do a video on it. And now for the ones that people are always asking about, Lightning Library. So Lightning Library is a series that I did back in 2021, where I went over every single year 1 and year 2 release for the collection. And technically we should have had a season 3 going over the 2021 releases pretty soon afterward, and I just never made it. But I am happy to report that season 3 of Lightning Library is in development. I am currently writing the scripts for that, just kind of trying to figure out how I want to change the format of the series going forward in a way that makes sense, covering the figures that I've already done figure reviews on. Because kind of the point of the original 2 seasons of Lightning Library was to do videos on the figures that I didn't do video reviews on in the first place. So now getting to the point where I have done videos on all those figures, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do it. I think I have an idea. I can't tell you exactly when that series is going to be coming back, but if you're wondering if it was ever going to, yes, it will be. So that is going to be coming back. Now I have another series, a brand new series I would like to announce here, that I'm not ready to announce the name of yet, or very much a lot of specifics about it, but I very much teased it in my 2022 holiday haul video. I am working on a series related to the Mighty Morphin comics, or the Boom Studios comics specifically. I've been behind on them for 4.5 years, and I'm tired of being behind on them and really want to catch up on them. So I'm planning some kind of series with the comics that I'm really excited about. It's going to be something I've never really tried before necessarily, and we're going to kind of see how it goes. But since I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, I'm not exactly ready to promise it as being a thing that even happens. It's just something that I'm definitely working on, and if everything works out with it, hopefully you'll get to see the first one of those sometime in January. That's what I'm shooting for, but I don't have an exact date. Live streams, of course, are going to be continuing on the channel in the exact same way that they always have. We'll do HLJ unboxing live streams. We'll do the Lightning Storm reaction live streams. Those are going to go nowhere. There's a couple of other fun ideas I've kind of wanted to do for live streams that maybe I would tackle in the future, but for the most part, live streams are going to be staying the exact same. But I figured since I'm kind of updating you about everything else on the channel, we'll do that as well. Now, of course, I also have a secondary channel that I'm definitely going to be focusing on a little bit more this year. I announced it back in August, because I was so naive to be like, oh yeah, it's the summer, I have time. And then the semester started and I go, oh, I don't. I do not have time. So I very much neglected the secondary channel, but I very much like to kind of change that. There's going to be a series of G.I. Joe videos and some anime videos going up on Too Many Topics, my secondary channel, which will be linked in the end card of this video as well as in the description. And I think maybe popping up somewhere here if you can, can you pop a channel thing up on the little thing? We'll see. But basically, I'm going to be trying to do a little bit more content over there. There's really not going to be a schedule over there whatsoever, but it's just kind of whenever I feel like making videos on stuff that have nothing to do with Power Rangers or Tokusatsu, that's the channel for it, like G.I. Joe stuff and anime stuff. And I'm going to try to give it a little bit more love, but it's still not going to be super frequently. It's definitely not as frequently as this channel, but I can't just neglect it for 4 months like I did last year, and I apologize for that. I did not mean to do that. It just ended up happening. Alright, now we get to the 2 big announcements that I have for this video, the 2 big changes to the channel. So, 2023 is going to be a pretty big year for my life, because I'm about to head into the final semester of college. I'm graduating college at the end of May, which is crazy. I'm currently on my winter break at the time you're seeing this video, and for the front half of January I will be doing that. But yeah, I go back to my final semester of college here in a couple of weeks, and then after that I graduate college and will be done with school after being in school since I was in preschool 18 years ago. So I've been in school since 2005, and this is going to be the end of it, and everybody's, it's that time of my life where everybody's asking me what comes next, and I don't know. I have some ideas. I'm going to college to be a film major, so I definitely like to work in the industry or something like that in some capacity. I love content creation. It's something that I think I'm really good at, and I love doing this kind of thing. And I'm completely blessed that YouTube has been able to allow me to. I used to have this job where I worked the night shift at a grocery store, where I just was stocking shelves all night, and I would be up all night and sleep all day. And that was okay enough job, and that got me through the first couple of years of college to just have some money to live up in my dorm and stuff like that. But then the channel started taking off to a point during the pandemic to where I was able to quit that job, and all my revenue comes from this channel and stuff associated with it. And that's absolutely incredible. But as I get ready to graduate college and start having to pay off student loan debts and move out of my house and stuff like that I've been living with my parents for nearly 22 years, because I'm 21 years old, it's daunting. It's crazy. And as I have been making content here, it's been relatively easy since I just have school stuff to deal with, and I obviously have social life and stuff like that to deal with. I've been able to do content at a very consistent base for a couple of years, ever since I've kind of restarted the channel in 2020. But going forward, I need to definitely focus on some other things, focus a little bit more time on the relationships and the people in my life. There's been numerous times with the channel I was trying to keep an upload streak alive, or was trying to get a video out super quickly that I think it affected the quality of the video, or affected me a lot, usually physically or mentally or emotionally. And that's something I can't keep doing to myself here. So going forward on Toku Topics, there will now be a schedule to videos. I am now no longer going to do any upload streaks of videos. This is too much of a toll on me, and I understand that and respect that, and need to dial it back a little bit. So going forward, starting, I guess now, even though this is already breaking the rule, but this is a special video, there will be Toku Topics videos every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Every single Saturday is going to be a Lightning Storm episode, of course, and every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are not going to have any designated specific videos. Those can be Toku Talks, or they can be the comic series, or those could be Toku Toylines, or those can be reviews, or those can be any of my typical videos. But there will no longer be a video like every single day of the week. So I'm no longer going to be uploading on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. With an exception. The only times I will is when I need to do an emergency episode of Lightning Storm, or if I need to do a live stream reaction to a fan first event or whatever it may be, or sometimes if there's just like a chaotic amount of news, like for example, like if a Sentai trademark comes out, or like if, you know, we get a bunch of Kinojo stuff and I don't want the video to come out like, you know, I don't want to like plan a week of videos ahead and then have that video come out like 2 weeks later and the news be completely irrelevant, like what happened with my Mighty Morphin 30th anniversary special title video. So going forward here, it would also allow me to kind of create a backlog of videos a little bit more easier, not have to try to worry about getting a video out every single day, because a lot of times I was recording and editing videos the night before you guys would see them, or the day of the day you would see them, and that kind of made a very inconsistent upload time, or just randomness nonsense that which is really draining on me, and I need to stop doing that for just my own health. And so we're not going to do that anymore. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, with a certain amount of exceptions, will be the new video schedule for Toku Topics. And you'll just get videos 4 times a week at the very least, and sometimes you might get more than 4 videos, but you'll at least always get 4. Now, going forward with that, to kind of also sort of offset that, I've always been kind of nervous to do this, but I think that with the subscriber count that I have, and the community that I have, and the amount of time I've been doing these videos, and have a consistent kind of schedule going out there to where I don't think that it's very likely I'm just going to be like, drop everything and not do anything anymore, I am opening a Toku Topics Patreon. So this is one of the things where I've always been really scared about people going like, oh, here he is, selling out to the Patreon, and now he wants money from us. And no. If you don't want to donate to the Patreon, you don't have to do so. But if you'd like to support the videos and support my efforts of making some more scripted content and doing a little bit more of quality over quantity for Toku Topics videos, this is something I'm opening up that I think can help the channel in the long run here and just kind of help me go on to the next point in my life, wherever it takes me. If this can become my full-time job, which it is right now, but can't stay that way if I'm trying to, you know, move on with the next chapter of my life or whatever it may be. And it's just something I like to explore. It could be a complete failure. Nobody could sign up for it, and that's fine. You know, it's always a very, you know, nerve-wracking thing to ask people for money. But if you guys would like to support the channel in any capacity like that, it's something I'm opening up here, and I will be leaving it in the description below. But before I wrap up, I do want to just kind of talk about the tiers I've opened for it, because I kind of had a lot of different people give me some feedback on it, and I think I made some tiers that I think are reasonable, and also are things that I actually do believe that I can deliver on in a timely, effective, and consistent manner. So I'm going to go through them very quickly here. My first tier here is a little support. It's just a way for people to give me a little bit of support on the channel, just a small little way to say thanks, just a $1 a month thing if people even want to bother to do that. But like I said, don't feel pressured to do so. I will not be offended in any way if you don't. I totally get that. I mean, I totally understand that. You know, YouTubers always ask for Patreon supporters and everything, and I always, you know, feel like it's one of those hard lines to draw where, like, you don't want to seem like you're begging or whatever, but it's just kind of an interesting thing to open up that I think is really good and cool to have for YouTubers and content creators out there, and I wanted to give it a shot. So for $2 a month, I have early access, which is a very typical YouTuber kind of thing, which will give you early access to certain videos at least 2 hours before they are public on YouTube. Most likely, it's actually going to be like an entire day before they're public, so if I do end up, well, I will be doing this Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, you'll get the videos probably, if I can, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or if not, you'll get them very early Monday, Wednesday, and Friday before they release to the general public by a good amount of hours. And this will vary depending on what type of video it is. For toy reviews, this will be less time, but scripted content, it'll be at least a day before it's public, because I can get those done by a certain date if I really try hard. Now, Saturday Lightning Storm episodes will be released to Patreon supporters 3 hours before they go up at the regular time, so you guys will get them at 9 a.m. Eastern Time instead of noon Eastern Time. And of course, if you didn't already expect this, emergency episodes and events recap episodes, so like after live streams, will not be included in this access because those are like trying to cover breaking news as fast as possible, so I just try to get those videos done as fast as possible, so there won't be any early access for those ones, and I hope you understand. For $3 a month, I have a member-only live stream and video, which will give you access to a private live stream that I will host once a month, that will maybe be on a consistent date, but it'll at least be like one time a month that I do that. I just don't know exactly how that would work out just yet with dates. But that will be a live stream for members where I'll chat with people in the live chat, as well as go over some different Toku news and topics that didn't make it into their own videos. So this will be a place where I talk about like different comedy news or something that I didn't do a dedicated Toku Talks on because I wanted to use one of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday slots for a toy review, or I wanted to use it for a scripted content video, or a, Toku Toylines, or whatever it may be. So this tier will get exclusive access to a Patreon exclusive Toku Topics video a month, at least once a month. That will be exclusive to Patreon supporters only for a month before I release it on the channel. Probably on an off day, like that could be one of those times where I have an exception and have a video on a Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday. Or if I don't have a video in time to be ready for a Monday, Wednesday, Friday slot, I could release one of the previous Patreon exclusive videos or something like that, just to kind of take a little bit more weight off of my shoulders if there's a specific scenario to where it's going to be a little difficult to meet that quota for the week. For $5 a month, I like to call this one the typical YouTuber one, which will be the name and the credits of every video, and this will include Lightning Storm, Toku Talks, Toku Toylines, oh, that's interesting, toy reviews, and all of it. So these will be in a rolling format at the end of the video while I wrap it up before the end card, and will be updated as people join. Pretty self-explanatory. It's the one you usually see in a lot of different YouTuber videos who have Patreons. This will be where I'm like, thank you to my patrons, and then it will scroll, that kind of thing. So it'll just be all the names of people and everything like that, and it's something that I just will update as more people join, and it will be at the end of every single video before the end card. And then I have 2 more tiers here that I don't expect many people, if anybody, should join, but it's just if you really like the content and you really like this idea, want to support me. For $10 a month, I have ideas and scripts where you'll get access to my idea list so you can see what sorts of videos I'm planning. There could be a couple exceptions to this, like if a video is not allowed to be released to the public yet, or if it's like a sponsored video to where the sponsor has to approve it beforehand or whatever it may be. But you also get access to my script documents as soon as I start them, so you can see as I'm writing it, kind of see how it's going, and also kind of add some inputs or just kind of see how I put everything together there, which I think would be kind of fun or interesting, but that's what you get for that one. And then the final one, which I definitely don't expect anybody to do, but I've also limited it in case somebody does, and that is a video request. So I've limited this to 2 Patreon people per month, and this is where you'll get to commission a video. Now this can be anything Toku related within reason that I'll bump up to the next of my next on the docket list and make as soon as possible. So if I'm already working on a scripted content video, or I'm working on something else, this will make this kind of video bump really up to the top, unless there's like something else that has to be at the top or for whatever particular reason, but it will definitely make it jump to the top of the list. And when this video is released, you'll get a shout out for requesting the video and a chance to advertise a project or page of your own, which will just have you leave in the request of whatever it may be. Now I am limiting this to 2 a month because this could be a lot if people actually decided to support this one, which, like I said, I don't even expect anybody to do. But videos will be completed in order of request on this one, and I will try to get them out as absolutely fast as possible. And those could also be potential videos that could take one of my off day slots of Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or once again, if I need to have some weight off my shoulders, can be completed and kind of fill a slot on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday docket. And that's that kind of thing. And of course, as you probably saw here, what's included every single tier, you get everything that the lower tiers have as well. So if you do the video request one that wants, one of the 2 slots a month, you get every single thing on this list. Or if you do the $10 one, you'll get everything below it, that kind of thing. And I think that's going to do it. So we'll see how this goes. It could be a complete disaster. It could be great. I don't know, but I figured it's something that, hey, I might as well offer. And as it's there, if you are interested in it, and if you don't want to do it at all, I don't blame you. That's perfectly respectable, and I totally get it. But a link for it will be in the description below, and we'll see how it goes. So I think with that, that's it. That's the state of the channel here at the beginning of 2023. So we'll see how this new video format schedule works of Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, with maybe sometimes a couple of videos other than that. But I think that will just greatly improve my health of making these videos, and also just greatly improve the quality of the videos themselves. And I hope you guys are all excited for what I have planned in 2023. Lots of really cool ideas in the works, lots of cool series I really want to do. And I'm just ready to make this like the best year, the biggest year of Toku Topics yet. We have the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers to cover this year, which I'm very excited about. We have Kinojo stuff to talk about. Geets is still killing it. It's going to be a great year. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter, 11RangerKey, or LightningFigPR. Let me know down in the comments below anything you want to talk about Tokusatsu related. I love to read comments down there. And I will see you all later.